6 and the 6 of Wands. So something to keep in mind here. And so yeah, we have the 7 of Wands in the reverse, and we have the 6 of Wands in the upright, and we have the transitional period here, like the transitional journey. And for this card here, before I get into some of the more specific messages that came through, this is the general energy. Just something to keep in mind that I wanted to read out of the book here. This might just be for somebody out there, but I feel very called to kind of read out of the book for one of the specific energies coming through. So again, it might just be for one person, but this thing kind of was what came up to the forefront. And so yeah, so haters, they'll emerge only after you've made it to your perch, whipping their wands about and asking you to defend your accomplishments. Sometimes competition emerges as a result of shining brightly in the world. If you're feeling attacked after sharing your magic, it is important to remember that others likely want what you have. So stand up bravely and continue to do your beautiful thing. Mindfully call feelings of love and well-being into your body and create a protective bubble of energy around you. Remain synchronized and aligned with your bright vision and reject any low vibe negative states that others may be pushing. So any kind of projections or limitations, just, be aware of that, because this might be part of it. So yeah, so you don't have to accept their opinion as truth, especially when they are vying for your position. Check to make sure you're acting in a way that is aligned with your highest values. And when you know you are, don't let anyone stop you from achieving your dreams. I am deserving of this success, and I will bravely shine my light into the world. So if you're into affirmations, I would just repeat this 3 times so you really activate it and anchor it in. I'll go ahead and I don't know if it's focusing. I can't really see with the glare. But I am deserving of this success, and I will bravely shine my light into the world. I am deserving of this success, and I will bravely shine my light into the world. I am deserving of this success, and I will bravely shine my light into the world. And the reason I'm doing the repetition is because it may activate something within you or somebody out there that's resonating with this message. Because what I'm picking up here is like either in the past or recently, you shared something about yourself or a side about yourself or a gift or a talent or a skill that you have, or even just another side of you that you're able to channel and embody when you're really giving back to yourself, when you're really doing your own thing, when you're in your own essence, in your own energy, when you're kind of just finding fulfillment in your day-to-day, in your own life. You're not wishing for anybody else's life. You're not focused on anybody outside of yourself. It's like you're really content and you're really feeling yourself, or at least in this specific moment. And so what it feels like happened maybe in the past or like recently is like somebody might have said something or tried to kind of like intervene or pierce through or kind of make you doubt yourself or the energy that you've created. So maybe you shared something personal or you showed a side of you that maybe people haven't seen before, and somebody might felt intimidated or somebody might felt threatened by that and maybe had some kind of remark or something to say that was not very encouraging. And so what Spirit is guiding me very strongly to kind of like reiterate is that your own bubble, like if people tell you, oh, you live in a bubble, or you're kind of detached, or you live in your own world, it's like that's actually a compliment. That's actually a compliment, because that means that you're not subscribing to somebody else's reality or somebody else's vision of the world. So if anybody tells you you live in a bubble or you live in your own world, take that as a compliment, honestly, because your energy is beautiful. The gifts that you have to offer this world are beautiful. Your essence, your creation, your natural way of being, like what comes and flows most easily to you, is your beauty. It is your come up. It is your authenticity. And so don't let anybody kind of like poke their wand or try to just like shove their experience or their opinion in there, whether consciously or subconsciously. Because sometimes somebody can have a comment that like they just throw it out there and it's very like underneath the surface. Like it goes under the radar. They just like slip it in there. And later you're having doubts, or later you're like taking it into account. It's like, dang, I might have never seen it this way. I might have never even paid attention to it or seen it in that light. And now that this person said this or they slipped this in, it's kind of changing my perspective. So again, if anybody's ever told you you live in a bubble, that's actually a compliment. Keep doing your thing, because then people are going to feel attracted to whatever you've created. This is how you harness energy. This is how you create reality. This is how you become your own being instead of subscribing to the mainstream narrative or to somebody else's vision of reality. So it's actually a compliment. So don't let that kind of shift your momentum. Don't let that stop you or get in the way of your focus. Because I can see your laser focus and you're very dedicated and determined to whatever this is for you. Knight of Swords, this is steadfast. This is action. This is knowing exactly what you want and going for it. You know? He has a bow and arrow. Shooting an arrow takes a lot of focus to get it in the bullseye. You know, you're very specific in what you want and you know what that is for you. And so other people in the past might have tried to project onto you or left you for dead and again, when I talk about other people, it's not to kind of take focus away from you, because I believe that it's all about you. It's all a reflection of you and your own evolution. But what I mean by that is, like, don't allow the external energies to really infiltrate your bubble or your circle, because you're on a journey, like you're on to something and you're on your way to this goal. And if you kind of allow these comments to just get slipped in or try to subscribe to their vision, it might keep you in this energy of healing, having to heal from those comments, having to heal from those projections, you know. And it's like, why even give it enough time? It's like, you know what you want and you're gonna go for it. So don't let them put you in this energy of healing or recovery or taking a step back or trying to mend your heart back together. It's like, no, you know, my armor is pretty strong and I've created an entire bubble around me that you cannot penetrate it. You know, you're not gonna keep me in this healing stage, because this is what they might be projecting onto you. Like, they might be telling people that you're in this healing stage or they left you for dead, but in reality, you've been going for the things that you want most. Steadfast. You've been going through so many transitions and transformations. You've been having to make the hard choices to finally cross through this portal to achieve your victory. Whatever that is for you, it's significant, it's grand, it's major, and there's going to be recognition for it. 666. It manifests into the earthly realm. A lot of people have like a negative idea of the 666, but on a higher note, every single number has like the positive perspective. And on a higher note, it talks about balance, reciprocity, victory, success in a tangible way, in an earthly way. So yeah, it's a positive card. So don't let anybody kind of like, again, it all has to do with how you feel called and aligned to this. So I'll leave it at that. So yeah, you've had to make those hard choices to cross through this portal to achieve your victory. But all along, you knew what you wanted. So yes, if somebody tells you you live in a bubble, hey, you know what? Harness that. Harness that. Continue to nurture your creations and your own vision of what life is like for you and what you're trying to create for yourself, instead of subscribing to somebody else's version of it. This is what this looks like. It's like people trying to poke their opinions, trying to slip it in there. But it's like, no, you've known all along what you want, and that's why you've been transitioning and making the hard choices to cross through this portal and attain the victory. You've put in the work. And that's why you're going to achieve this. That's why you're going to arrive. So don't let them project anything that is not reality, because you're not in this phase. You're in this phase here. So with that being said, Pisces, this is all I have for the reading. Take care.